Right now, you are experiencing the first episode of BadKidCast ever put onto my channel.
Only Use Me Blades channel.
So normally what we do, and what we're going to give to you today, is it's an audio podcast that me and
Killer Keemstar,
we do it about 3 times a week, normally about an hour long, and we just talk about whatever comes to our minds.
Stuff that's going on in the gaming community, drama, life, movies, entertainment. It's all there.
You can find this podcast now. You can actually find episodes on my channel. You can find some on Keem's channel. I'm going to make a playlist on my channel if you want to listen to previous episodes. But also, if you are on that iTunes kick, we are on iTunes. We were actually ranked really high on iTunes.
Yeah, we were #1 in new and noteworthy, which was amazing. So all the fans of the BadKidCast, thank you so much for checking us out on iTunes and getting us up in the rankings. We're also available on Android on that app Spreaker. So anytime you want to listen to the BadKidCast, you can listen to this 100% audio while you play.
Or do whatever you want. It's the reason why I haven't had this on my channel before is because I wanted to make sure that we were committed to doing this. And what episode is this?
It's getting pretty serious. We're coming up on 29.
So we're at episode 29. That's 29 hours. Literally, you can spend more than a day listening to just us and having us not repeat ourselves. It's pretty awesome. Now, in order to cover some of the costs that we have as far as equipment,
gotta cover that bandwidth,
and the costs of uploading to iTunes and Spreaker and all that kind of stuff, we actually have some sponsors. Let's get into that before we end the show.
Our first sponsor is coming from Crank. I called him Gang. Crank Gameplays. And the video on his channel that really caught my eye is he actually went up to these girls in real life on the boardwalk. It looks like it's Jersey Shore style. And he's like, yo, if I do a backflip, will you give me my number? And the girls are like, what?
Yeah.
And then he does a backflip, and he gets the numbers to chicks.
Like, imagine that. Imagine if you're, like, walking down the street, and all of a sudden this person comes up to you and is like, let me get your number, and if you give it to me, I'll do a backflip right now for you. And you're probably like, sure, try it. And he does it right in front of their face.
It's pretty funny stuff. So
link to his channel is in the description of this video.
Our next sponsor is coming from FPS Norways. He's a young Norwegian teenager, and I know this because I watched one of the videos on his channel. It's actually the trailer, and he's like, you might have found this because I'm a retarded Norwegian teenager, and I was rolling.
Why do Norwegians and Swedish people sound like they're always having a good time?
I don't know.
Like, I've never seen...
Marijuana has to be legal over there. It has to be legal. You know they're fucking high.
But anyway, I'm not... Here's the thing. Like, we've talked... Anybody that's listened to me for a long time knows that I'm not... Minecraft isn't my thing. But, like, his videos are kind of infectious and kind of make me want to, like, check out what's kind of going on.
Dude's having a good time. He's having a good time. And then our third and final sponsor is Mr. Fatboy Production on YouTube. And this dude plays a lot of Gary's Mod, and it's just him and his friends fucking around having a good time.
Now, I want to give a big shout out to him because... as he was getting in contact for us to sponsor his channel for you guys to check it out, he basically...
drooling from the mouth, excited.
Yeah, he was super excited because apparently he's a huge Only Use Me Blade fan. And I love talking to my fans. I love hearing from you guys. So, Operation Put a Smile on His Face, go to his channel and say, Blade loves you back.
All right, so check out all 3 of those sponsors. They're in the description. You ready to cue the music?
Let's get to the show, man.
You are now watching another BadKidCast with Killer Keemstar and Only Use Me Blade.
I'm Killer Keemstar. I'm here with...
Only Use Me Blade.
Bam! The show has started. We just watched the Grand Theft Auto 5 official gameplay trailer.
Woo!
Oh my god!
I am, in the words of T. Martin, I'm super excited. I told Keem, I was like, bro, when you... like, pull up the computer, I gotta show you the new trailer. Like, normally, who cares about a trailer? But, like, I'm a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. San Andreas is probably one of my favorite games of all time. But this looks like it's gonna destroy it.
Well, we were there at the start, right? It was PlayStation 1 or 2.
It was,
PlayStation 2, I think?
PlayStation 2 is when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out on. And that was, like, it was actually a PlayStation exclusive on PlayStation 2. Grand Theft Auto 3. And then they made it for Xbox as well.
Okay, so the very first Grand Theft Auto was on...
Grand Theft Auto 3 was on PlayStation 2. The very first Grand Theft Autos were PC games that like
from the sky.
From the sky, where you look down over it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I know a lot of people.
No. That's not how it worked. There was like a Grand Theft Auto, then there was a Grand Theft Auto 2, then there was like Vice City, then there was San Andreas.
Grand Theft Auto 3 is actually, if you think about it, it's 3 games because it was Grand Theft Auto 3, which took place in Portland, and that was the first one where you roam the city. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which took place in Miami in the 80s, and then Grand Theft Auto San Andreas took place in the 90s.
And then Grand Theft Auto 4.
And Grand Theft Auto 4.
Okay, all right, you're right.
It's kind of weird how they numbered it that way.
But I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3, I guess, on PlayStation 2, and I remember being like, "Holy shit! Video games have just
killed it.
Just broke the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Like we're somewhere else now." When Grand Theft Auto came out, and now with Grand Theft Auto 5, I can honestly say this looks like the best video game I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
You can buy stock. You can take your money and sit there, and if you're like a person that's involved in the stock market, you can live that fantasy within this game. I mean, it's just insane. Like, why? Who thought of that?
I don't know. I'm super. You want to hear something crazy? You know how Grand Theft Auto Vice City came about?
How?
They released Grand Theft Auto 3, right?
Yeah.
And after they had put their blood, sweat, and tears into this game and released it, Rockstar, as a gift to the developers that made the game, to the programmers, sent them on a vacation trip to Miami.
Oh.
And so while they were in Miami, they all kind of went like, "We love the vibe of Miami. Like, let's do something Miami Vice style."
Yeah.
You know, and that's one great thing about the Grand Theft Auto series, especially like 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and 4, is they take cultural stuff. Like, they take certain cultural times, like with obviously Vice City was like 80s Coke, Miami scene, and like San Andreas was like 90s gangster rap, and like
I love that a video game that is so mainstream involves strippers and hookers and stuff like that. Like, that was groundbreaking.
You know, I know this sounds
Rockstar's like, look, if we're an M17 game, we're gonna be an M17 game.
Fuck it, yeah. One thing that I hope for, okay, and this isn't something I do, but I know a lot of people that the reason why they play the game, it's not for the storyline. What they want to do is they want to go on murder missions where you pretty much, you know, that's a beautiful thing about Grand Theft Auto. You can play it, you can play the story and this and that, but like most people, the only reason they play the story is to open up the whole map.
Yeah.
And then they want to go on merc missions where they're in helicopters bazooking.
Dude, that's one thing that I love about Grand Theft Auto is that there's always the codes. You can just go in, type in the code, and rape people.
Now, here's the thing that I did not like about Grand Theft Auto 4, okay? Don't want to be negative, but in order to enter in the codes, you had to pull up a phone, like a cell phone in your game,
stupid.
And go through the process. The thing is that the codes might be like a 10-button combination, but once you do it, you can do it in 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, once you memorize
it. But to be in the heat of a battle, to be in a situation where a tank's running you over or something, and then to try to pull out your cell phone and enter it in, I don't see how people could do that.
No. Even in the early Grand Theft Autos, even though it was a code that you could do fast, you'd try to turn off the star when you're being chased, and you'd try to remember the code, and you're like, fuck, I'm doing it wrong,
Yeah.
Still
Well, I remember some epic moments where a tank would run me over, right?
Yeah.
And so the tank would run me over, and I start punching in the code to give me 100% health and armor, right? So I punch it in, and I'm still underneath the tank, so I have to wait for the tank to go over me, so I punch in the code a good 20 times, and it just keeps on dwindling my health, but re-upping.
This new game looks so amazing.
You know that they said that this is 5 times the size of the largest Grand Theft Auto?
That's insane.
The size of it. And here's the cool thing about that. That whole trailer that we just watched,
and this is the first
gameplay.
I know, and this is the first time that they've allowed you to actually swim under the water.
No, well, you can do that in San Andreas.
Under the water?
Yeah, you can swim underwater.
With scuba gear?
No, with scuba gear.
This dude, they're literally had scuba gear and they were swimming under the water.
Oh, one of the most ungangster things I ever had to do in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was collect oysters. And I remember swimming.
Ungangster things.
Well, no, that's the thing. I was talking to him. I remember a buddy of mine was watching me play, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to collect the 50 oysters because there's the game that you can play, and then there's all the other little side stuff. If you 100% completion is the nerdiest shit you could ever do, but once you do that, then you've completed the game. It's like a task, right? And so it involves you doing some stuff that maybe not be that fun."
What is the name? Red Dead Redemption,
yeah.
the other game that Rockstar made. I hope that they make another one of those, and I hope that it's on the level of what you see here, because that game is awesome. It's huge.
Here's the thing. I never, like, a lot of friends of mine got into Red Dead Redemption. I never got into it, and the reason why was because of the setting.
Why?
I didn't like the setting.
You're in the middle. Okay, so you got bored with the big landscapes.
The big landscapes, and like I like being in cities.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in a city shooting up people and, like, you know, doing that kind of stuff. I'm just not a fan of that landscape. Like, I didn't really like Grand Theft Auto 3 because it was just this gloomy Portland area. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think game developers need to recognize that. Like, if you think about all your favorite Call of Duty maps, right? 80 to 85% of them are going to be set in a sunny environment.
Yep, in a bright environment.
Yeah,
something pleasing to the eye.
So let's think about Black Ops 2. All right, Grind. Love the map.
I don't particularly like the map, but but a lot of people like it because it's a fun place.
It's bright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the new maps that have come out. Cove. Love Cove.
Yeah.
All these maps that are bright and sunny, we love. And I don't know why, but like a lot of times Call of Duty makes these dark, gloomy
Depressing
maps.
What
are you doing?
I don't know if you've ever really played World at War, but World at War
didn't.
is actually, except for like there's one gun in World at War called the MP40 that if you don't use that, you're gonna get shit on. Like, everyone uses that.
Yeah.
It's so unbalanced. But besides that, great game. The only problem that a lot of people have with the game is that the setting is just so depressing.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. A lot of people get turned off by zombies because zombies takes place in a really depressing state. You know?
I mean, I think most people that watch Call of Duty videos, most people, so by most I mean more than less of you. Not everybody.
Thank you for clarifying most.
Well, no, because sometimes you'll say, like, most of you do this, and people will be like, well, I don't. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't say everybody. I said most.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think most people that watch Call of Duty videos are lean towards the try-hard side. Like, they play and want to win.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right? Now, if you are a person that's just playing and want to win, and you are in this setting where it's dark and gloomy, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That really, really sucks. Because even if you're good, you still have this depressing vibe, you know?
Yeah.
But if you get put on a setting that's happy and cheerful, you know, you can start to have fun with the game.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I just think it's two different worlds.
I don't know. I think that people, like developers, forget that if you're going to be playing a game, we're going to be playing it a lot. I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto, and I play a lot of Call of Duty. So if you're going to have us play something a lot, at least give us different maps and maps that are like at least pleasing to the eye.
It's virtual reality. You go outside when it's sunny, you feel good.
Yeah.
You just do. Sun's shining, you feel good. If the sun isn't shining, you don't feel good.
One issue I got with this out here, this Buffalo weather, is that it'll be like gloomy outside, but it'll be like 80 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
This heat is killing me,
We have
bro.
super hot summers and we have super cold winters.
Yeah. I actually didn't really mind the winter because I felt like it wasn't bad that I wasn't going outside.
We had a super mild winter, and you were like, "This is ridiculous.
This sucks.
This is Alaska." And we had this wasn't even a bad winter at all.
Oh my god, yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of this winter because it's like every time you have to go out to your car, you have to like scrape off all the ice and all the snow. And
Well, you know what they say: Buffalo is the asshole of America.
Yep, it is.
No,
It
it's
is.
not.
It is.
No, it is not. Buffalo is actually a really awesome place. You just got to give it a chance.
I gave it a chance and it fucking shit snow on me.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's definitely a drinking town.
The thing is
Buffalonians know how to. Is that what we call it?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
know how to drink.
Yeah, people here drink. People here definitely drink. The thing is like when I was in Seattle,
Yeah.
I liked it and everything, but where you're from is the spot.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Yeah.
You know, you could be from fucking Kansas, and your nearest neighbor could be 2 cornfields away, and you're gonna say Kansas is the shit.
Yeah.
You know.
I know that one, just like you said earlier, and you're not speaking for everybody. I know there's going to be one person out there like, well, I was born in Texas, and it sucks here. You know? But it's definitely a new.
I think it's this weird thing when we're kids, when people are young, you hate where you live, and then when you get older, you love where you
want
live.
to just rep it. You know?
Yeah, you take pride in where you're from.
Yeah. I mean, but also at the same time, you kind of want to like venture out. You know what I mean? Like there's people that get so like patriotic.
Speaking about venturing out, when are we going to climb this mountain?
You just talked about this yesterday and acting like I've been putting it off.
Why are you putting it off,
I'm not
Blake?
putting it off. We just talked about this yesterday.
We got to climb the mountain.
God damn.
Mount Marcy is the tallest mountain in New York State, and me and Blade are going to climb it.
How are we going to flip that bill, bro?
We're going to have sponsors. We're going to find sponsors. We're going to have Scuf, sponsor it up or whoever.
What does Scuf have to do with us climbing a mountain?
Okay, look.
I
Let's face it.
I love you, Scuf. Can you play without a Scuf? Because I can't.
No. I play with a Scuf.
Have you tried playing without one?
No.
Okay. The only reason why I say that is because I've recently had to actually play some stuff without a Scuf because on my Scuf you have the trigger stops.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it doesn't allow you to have the right trigger pull all the way down. Now I understand that it comes with a little key that you can do to take that off. But the issue that I have is that I'm too lazy.
Can somebody please get a hold of Scuf because I need paddles. And they don't sell them.
They do. I looked on their website. They do sell the replacement paddles.
They do.
Yeah.
I was looking
Guys,
all over
this is
for
not
them.
a promotion for Scuf.
No.
We just got lost.
We didn't get paid by them, but we should.
We just got lost in the. You know what? That's the greatest thing about this podcast is that it's the start, it's the ending, and then in the middle you go into this auto mode where sometimes I forget that we're doing a podcast.
I forgot that we were doing one.
So what has it been, like 2 weeks or whatever, that you had Mia's birthday?
Yeah. No, a week. It's like 10 days.
Whatever. It's been over a week, anyways.
Yeah.
So, you have all these beers that were outside, and I was like, dude, you got to get them inside into the refrigerator.
Yeah.
How many beers do you think you have still left over?
At least, I don't know, maybe 100.
That's crazy.
100 beers left over.
So
the thing is if you're having a party, all right, I don't care. My daughter's only 4 years old, right? You have to have a DJ, and you have to have alcohol.
Yeah.
And I know that might seem like crazy for hearing, oh, well, that was for a 4-year-old's birthday party. Like that you have a DJ.
It wasn't just 4-year-olds, though. Like, 4-year-olds, like, other kids have parents.
If you're having a party, I've went to Mia's friends' parties, and they'll have, like, a donkey, like, pin the tail on the donkey for the kids, and there'll be, like, a clown there or something. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, this is great for the kids, but what about the adults?
Yeah.
I want to leave now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, if you're throwing a party, you have to have entertainment for adults and entertainment for kids.
And plus, the thing that was cool is, like, I knew that when I was there that I couldn't get too wasted. Because I'm at a kid's party. Like, what kind of asshole would I be if I was completely fucked up at a kid's party?
Dude, last year we were doing karaoke, and our friend Hildo got up and he was doing karaoke. This was Mia's 3rd birthday party. And he was like, they're like, you're saying the words wrong. And he's like, I don't fucking know. And, like, the place is just like, oh. We're like, this is a kid's birthday party. Yeah, I get it that you've been drinking in your shit face, but kid's birthday party.
You know what I think is interesting? That when you, as far as, like, people drinking, you have to, like, have several things checked off before you can really let yourself go and get really drunk. Like, you can, like, at Mia's birthday party, I had a pleasant buzz, but I knew I wasn't going to get wasted. No matter
I have this retarded control. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I can turn my alcohol or being drunk on and off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, exactly, like, if I have to drive somewhere, sober as a whistle, bam, instantly.
Yeah. Dude, I want to go to another event, man. Okay.
What kind of event?
I want to go to another, like...
PAX?
I want to go to, like, PAX or MLG.
I want to go to MLG event. Fuck. You know what? PAX, I'm sorry. I love you and everything, but you're boring. You're boring.
Well, I don't really care about the event. I just like...
The group of people.
The group of people. It's
it
awesome.
Was, who was it? It was me, you, Fwiz, Syndicate, Jericho...
Gold
Glove. Who else?
That was
Scott and Martin.
Scott and Martin. Like, that was, like, the Seattle group, though. Like, I'm talking, like, the...
But that's coming up soon. PAX West.
PAX
You
West.
can't... Yo, do you know that PAX West sold out in, like 10 hours or something? Like 2 hours or something
When
ridiculous?
is PAX West?
It's coming up in August. And
Oh,
it's in Seattle.
Shit, I got to figure out how to get there.
Gotta get some sponsors.
I need to be back in Seattle. I need to visit back my old friends, and I want to fucking party in Seattle with
Fwiz, fucking Syndicate.
But Fwiz is like the last couple events. Fwiz has behaved himself.
Yeah, Fwiz has definitely jumped up that responsibility ladder.
Which is totally cool. Like, whenever I see a homie doing
But
what he needs to do, that's awesome.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
I love you, Fwiz.
The reason why Fwiz couldn't really let down his hair is because he was shoutcasting at the MLG event.
Yeah, you can't shoutcast all hungover.
You know what I mean? So if you take Fwiz out of that element where he doesn't have to work, I'm sure he's going to let down his hair.
But I'm saying even besides that though, like through talking with Fwiz, I feel like Fwiz is like grown up a little bit, and so Fwiz isn't on that let's be reckless and asshole tip.
That dude went real far.
Yeah.
He's went real far. So more responsibilities. More success requires you to be more responsible.
Yeah.
I don't follow by that rule. I'm still
I know you don't.
careless asshole.
I'm just giving love to Fwiz because that's my boy, and I'm like proud of him. You know what I mean? Like I see him, and I'm like, do you think?
Scuf did not pay us, but Fwiz totally gave us money to be nice to him. I'm joking, obviously.
So we took those. We took a couple beers. We put them in the freezer.
We gotta end this, and not end this, but
we're gonna take a quick pause, and we are gonna drink some semi-frozen beer.
I say we slam the beers and then see if the audience can tell the difference between this segment and the next segment that's coming up. You down?
I'm down.
All right.
See you in a second, guys.
And we're back.
Oh my God! Hello, my people, my lovely people.
Why are we laughing?
I'm just all right, man. Before I say this, man, I like T. Martin is a friend of mine.
I like T. Martin too.
He's a friend of mine. He's my boy. He's my boy. I've been playing Call of Duty with him for the longest. There's a video.
But as YouTubers, we look at you, T. Martin, as a YouTuber, not as a friend, as a YouTuber, like a fucking fool. What the fuck? What are you doing? I don't get it. Re-uploading trailers. What is up with that?
It's a touchy subject. I understand that.
Speak your fucking mind. I know this is on your channel, right? But this is the BadKidCast where we don't hold shit. By the way, we just shotgunned like 4 beers, so
yeah,
don't expect a lot of censorship. But
T's my boy, though. That's the thing. Like, and I understand that there's a that they
Stop! I feel little of you every trailer. I feel little of you. Stop!
So T does this thing where whenever a trailer of a new game, whether it be Call of Duty or a map pack or of
just
Grand Theft
get
Auto,
views and subscribers based on your talent and ability, not on re-uploading the fucking trailers. That's so.
But you know what though? The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because that there has been more of a backlash on his channel, in his views of and in the comment section of people going, why are you just re-uploading? Why are you just re-uploading trailers? Like, what is the point of you just re-uploading something?
Dude, as a fellow YouTuber, T. Martin, I give you negative respect points. Like, it's just like, if I am subscribed to a channel, right, I'm subscribed to that channel for that person, right? And I would think that people are subscribed to you for T. Martin. They want to hear T. Martin. They want to hear a T. Martin commentary, right? And it seems like, for the most part, that any time that I am directed to your channel is not because you have this amazing like tip that no one knows about, or you're releasing this glitch or this advantage in the game that helps all the players play. The only reason why I'm finding your channel right now, bro, is because you've re-uploaded the trailer.
Yeah.
Of a video.
And the thing is that I don't even like. I don't dislike a T-Mart video. I just go, damn, T, and then I just move on. You know what I mean? And I try not to focus on it, but it's just always in my face. And I'm just like, damn, T, tell us about T. Tell us about your...
I remember a video, T. Martin, when you and your mother flew over the Grand Canyon in a helicopter, and I enjoyed that video, right?
I just feel like I'm not getting to know you through your videos.
I feel like it's money whoring and like just like
I don't like the term money whoring and
well,
view whoring because we all put up videos in order to get views though.
I don't like that term either, but like this is like taking the fucking trailer and re-uploading it to your channel. Look, if you want your fucking subscribers to see the fucking trailer, make a commentary talking about the trailer and link your people to Rockstar.
Yeah. Yeah, yes.
The way you're doing it from the perspective of YouTubers gets zero respect. It's like, we know why you're doing it, but stop. I don't respect you anymore.
Here's the thing: just the same way that you report news in the community, as far as like drama goes,
I do the drama alert.
Team does the drama alert thing, where like if some kind of drama's happening in the community, on his channel he does a news type thing. So in T's defense, his thing is he going, well, the news needs to be reported. Let me report it. I'm known for that.
I get that, but he's not reporting the news. He's not saying, ladies and gentlemen, there is a brand new Grand Theft Auto trailer. Right here it is. Check it out, or a sample of that video. He is straight up saying, subscribe to me because I'm going to be uploading all the fucking trailers. I'm going to re-upload all of them to my channel. That might not fucking hit home with subscribers. Subscribers might be like, you know what? I appreciate that he does that. They might like that. But as a YouTuber, a person that makes videos, we don't respect that. We look down upon him.
Yeah.
I think most people do. They're just like, what? You're doing
I understand
that?
that it's promotion for the game, but like when games are like, it's one thing to promote a game that's not. Let's say there's a game and it's not that very well known, right? And then you upload a trailer and you talk about it. That's giving exposure.
That's different.
That's giving exposure to the game.
I agree.
Okay,
that's different.
But like games that are huge, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty.
You're making a great point. That's an amazing point that you're making. People are going to look for the Rockstar trailer, all right?
Yeah.
And it's not because T-Mart uploaded it. They're going to look for it because they are fucking fans of Grand Theft Auto. And they are going to accidentally stumble on a T-Mart video instead of the actual trailer.
Yeah.
Because of what you've done. And it's smart business-wise. It's smart as a YouTuber. It's smart for financial gain. But it deserves zero respect from among the community of YouTubers that upload videos.
And the other thing that really, really frustrated, and I actually made a joke about this, and
joke was when you re-upload it, his re-upload.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
And it's really tough because literally I'm doing the same thing that T's doing, and all of a sudden I'm making T to be out the bad guy, and I'm all of a sudden funny. But it's like I'm doing it like a tongue-in-cheek thing. I'm saying like, dude, you're just re-uploading something that, like, Call of Duty uploads something, then you re-upload it with a little bit of your, like, what you add to the video is very, very minute.
Guys, I'm really super excited.
But I mean, like, T's my boy, but it's just like
at the same point, like, if I see T Martin out, like, we're having drinks, like, I like him. He's a good guy. Like, him as a person is an awesome guy, but him as a YouTuber is fucking cheap.
I don't want to
cheap. That's cheap shit.
How about this? I don't want to be negative, okay? If he's not going to stop. That's his thing. He's going to do it, okay? All I'm asking, this is all I'm asking. So let's not be negative. Let's add some positive to it. All I'm asking is, let us in your world, T. Let us know what's going on with you and your girl. Let us know your point of view on things. Don't just be a spokesman. Like, let us know your personality as T. Martin in other videos. Do those videos too, because you're not going to stop. He's not going to stop.
No, what I'm saying is, what if every single YouTuber did the same exact thing as T. Martin?
A lot of people do.
All right, well, if every single YouTuber re-uploads the trailer and talks about it for 30 seconds, what you're doing is you're giving free promotion to a video game without being paid for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what Ali G and what T. Martin have pretty much did is they've built their channels on being the guys that get all the Call of Duty news out, and I guess in this case, Grand Theft Auto news out. So they're setting themselves up down the line for getting jobs at Activision, or, you know, getting paid promotions to promote games.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. I'm not just going, oh, bad on you, T-Mar. You're gonna do it. Obviously, I've talked to you about this before. You're not gonna stop doing that.
Yeah,
you've been known to do that. But like, how about this? In other videos, let us know about you, bro. Like I want to know about you.
I guess it's really a conscious decision by every YouTuber out there if they want to give, you know, T. Martin and guys like LEG boardwalk on the Monopoly board or not.
You know
what I mean?
See, that's a good analogy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a very good analogy. But like
because if everyone starts uploading the trailers and just does exactly, I mean, just do your normal videos, but when a trailer comes out, just upload it. Then fucking, you know, Rockstar isn't going to be like, hey, look, this guy T. Martin, you know, he's valued as far as getting the word out, so we need to throw him some money. You know what I mean? You can cut that money train right down just by everyone doing the same exact thing.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, I think that YouTube is dictated not by the content creators, but by the viewers. Okay? So,
yeah.
And the reason why I say
but
that...
the thing is if you got those meta tags right... See, listen, the reason why... I don't know if we should go this far into this conversation with it being on your channel because you're trying to avoid that controversy on the Only Use Me Play channel, but what I'm saying is, look, if the reason why the LEGs and the T Martins have risen so high is because they've been able to re-upload these trailers and get more views by using keywords, key phrases to outrank the actual Rockstar that put the fucking trailer out. Rockstar puts a trailer out, gets 1 million views. T Martin puts the same trailer out, talks about it on 2 seconds, and gets way more views by using keywords and understanding the Google system.
Yeah, but also the same... You know what, though? I think that it's one of those things that it becomes the talk of the community. It becomes something that we discuss, and you know what's going to happen is people are going to go over there and check it out. So
you think talking about it is even just like progressing it, making it worse?
It's promoting it even more. I'm not hating on him for getting lots of views. That's why we do YouTube, is so that people can view our stuff. So it seems silly to bust his balls for attempting to get views. When the new Call of Duty comes out, you know what I'm going to post?
I'm just saying,
Call of Duty.
This is the best way to make sense of it, right? You upload a Sunday Chill commentary, right?
Yeah.
What if I upload the same Sunday Chill commentary, right? Mm-hmm. But I have way better tags, and I fucking set it up where mine gets more views than yours, and you're the originator of the fucking thing. Of
course,
but at the same time, I link your channel. I say, hey, this is his channel. This is where to go. I put it in the description, right? That's the same scenario. That's exactly what's going on. Yes, T. Martin is promoting Grand Theft Auto 5. It is good for Rockstar. But at the same time, he's been able to manipulate the system to outrank and outview the actual trailer that's going on YouTube.
It's a victimless crime, is what it is. It's still felonious, but it's a victimless, felonious situation. So
it is a weird situation
because it's like it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for everybody. It's just, are we mad about it because we don't get those kind of views? Is that what it is?
No.
What is the reason that we're upset about it?
The reason why we're upset is that it's a very cheap tactic to grab an audience.
Yeah.
And there will be giant financial gain for T. Martin and LEG in the future because a company that has a really good game that nobody knows about that wants to get this game out there now can go to these guys because they build a reputation for uploading trailers and getting the words out about games. Yeah. They can go to these guys and say, look, I have this game that's coming out. I'll give you $50,000 if you upload our trailer.
Okay.
Bam. That's the situation.
I just look at it, if it's a negative situation, let me put some positive on it. He's going to continue doing this. I've talked to him about it before. Let us in more on the insight of you as a person, T, in other videos. And let's leave it at that. I don't want to be super negative about it. It's kind of shitty. But
let's go slam some more beers and come back. And...
No, I want to talk about the Golden Corral thing.
You want to talk about the Golden Corral thing?
All right, so
then we're gonna do it
right
after.
No. This is my channel.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. You talk about it. I'll be right back.
Okay. So what Keem and I did is we're like, okay, let's watch Reddit. Let's go on Reddit and let's see what's going on in the world, in the interwebs world, right? So he's gonna pull up some videos, and we watch it, and then we'll give our opinions and we'll talk about it, and it'll be part of the show, right? So he pulls up a video. There is a employee of Golden Corral, okay? Now, what he does is he says, hey, Golden Corral at my store that I've been working at for a long time, they are doing this thing where they have inspections. So for some reason during the inspection, they put out all this meat, all this food that they have, and they literally store it uncovered by the dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
And trash compactor of Golden Corral. Where's mine, friend?
I just grabbed one beer. I was thirsty. I didn't think you were. That's why you didn't want to take a break.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the show.
Okay, so you go grab your beer and I'll continue.
Go.
All right, so basically what has happened is at the Golden Corral, an inspection's coming in, right? And They decide to take all the meat and store it by the dumpster outside, 90 degrees, right? They decide to store it out there. Fucking retard it, stupid. So employee like exposes them, makes a video showing what happened, what went down, and he uploads it on July 1st, and it is now like July 9th or something like that. I don't even know the exact date. Fuck. I got a buzz going. I'm getting a little loopy. But anyhow, the point of this is that's fucked up. That meat's going to be bad. You know it's going to be bad. It's not going to be good. Shouldn't be doing that. I guarantee the employee gets fired now for exposing them. But that video has 2.5 million views. 2.5 million people have seen that Golden Corral is being sloppy. And that's kind of fucked up. And then the other video that we checked out, because Blade still hasn't come downstairs after grabbing his beer, is this beatboxer on TED just went insane. He was doing Billie Jean the Lover. It was nuts. And this is just really ridiculous that I'm continuing to talk here, waiting for my co-host to come back. And now he is actually walking down the stairs with his Air Jordans. Actually, they're not Jordans. They are Air Force Ones, I believe. And he is strutting down, and he has now taken a seat. He has his Bush Light. And it looks like it turned into that. It turned into that.
I'm actually a big fan of these shoes. These are custom Air Force Ones.
I just, like, it just hit me that I'm a little buzzed, and I started doing the little buzz thing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what is the little buzz thing?
I just started getting, like, a little sloppy with my words and my thoughts and my train of thoughts, you know what I mean?
So, after the Golden Corral thing, what'd you talk about?
After the Golden Corral thing, I spoke on the fact that we saw a beatboxer, and I started going into detail, but without actually seeing the video... most people
it doesn't
do it justice. You can't really talk about it. You know what I mean?
Like, dude, you should have seen this girl. She was super fine, just hot. It's like, okay, well that doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, and even if you were to say, well, she had big boobs and a nice butt and fucking blonde hair or whatever, you know, it's still you got to see the bitch.
Yeah. So I don't know how interesting this is going to be, but I have an interesting situation that came up. Me too. I just realized you cannot do a podcast with one person. I was able to do it while you were gone.
Yeah, but you were talking about something that you had planned to talk about. When you walked away, I had to repeat exactly what you said, and then we were gone for a certain amount of time, and then I started realizing that I got kind of this buzz going on, so I started getting a little insecure about that, and it started getting slurpy, sloppy, lossy, listy.
I was looking, and
where?
I actually pay 50% portion of my bill goes towards cable and internet.
Cable and internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if I look at how much I pay for rent, and then I look how much I pay for cable and internet, it's actually 50% of it. So 1/3 of cable, internet, and rent.
So how much do you pay for cable?
Normally $250. $250 a month.
Oh, because your rent's cut in half because you got a roommate.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I started for some reason I was thinking like you pay like $600 for internet. I was like, what?
No. So I was looking. I was like $250, and it's for cable and internet and also phone because it's all bundled together. Or whatever.
I'm thinking about actually dropping my TV because I don't use it. The internet has already killed the TV. Mm-hmm. I know people have talked about this. People have said it before, but the internet has killed TV.
I never watch TV. I really never do. The only thing I really watch on TV is like occasionally I watch on HBO or Showtime.
The only thing I watch on TV is CNN.
Yep. So what I did is I was like, you know what? Let's see how much it would cost if I just had internet and didn't have cable. And it was
cut your bill in half.
No, my bill is now under $100.
Wow.
It went from $250 to under $100.
I have FiOS. I have amazing internet.
I need FiOS in my life.
But if I cut out my television, which I'm thinking about doing, because we don't use it at all. Mia, my daughter, has an iPad, so she just watches YouTube videos of cartoons and Netflix or whatever. And nobody in this household actually uses the television.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I turn it on, I watch CNN, find out what's going on. That's it.
Exactly. So I actually said, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's cut back. And I brought my boxes into Time Warner Cable. asked them if they had any deals. I actually went to them with the possibility of like, you know what, my cable bill's too high. So here's the boxes. Now, is there any offer that you can make me as a customer that pays you every single month?
Yeah.
Thinking like I'm a valued customer. Is there any offer that you can give me where I can still keep one of the cable boxes? Because I never use the cable box in my room. You know what I mean? Like my room is for fucking and for going to sleep. Like that's the only two things that happen in that room, right? And so
There is no fucking that happens in your room.
yeah, it does. That or masturbating. So but I never used the cable box in my room. And so I was like, you know what? Is there any offer you can give me? Like maybe I don't have to have every single premium channel, but what's up with some HGTV and some HBO and internet? Is there any deal you can come up with? They couldn't really come up with a deal. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just take the internet. So now all I'm doing is just internet. And within the first 6 hours, you know what I wanted to do?
What?
When I got home, after I made some videos for YouTube and was like done as far as work for the day, I was like, fuck, I want to go in and watch some TV.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like I never wanted to watch it in the months I had. I never really watched it.
It's because as humans, we want things that we cannot get. Mm-hmm. We want things that we cannot get. And I don't know why that is. A lot of times people, like, want to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Bam. Turn 18, get a tattoo. And then they're like, I don't really want this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's always things that people want.
Well, it's like the term. Well, this is a little different, but the term "grass is always greener on the other side."
How about drinking before you're 21, getting into clubs before you're 21? Awesome.
Once you turn 21, you feel like oh, I've done that.
Yeah, once you turn 21, drinking and getting into clubs is no longer really that exciting.
Yeah, it's one of those things like we yearn for it. We do all these things to get something, and once we get it, we're like, eh.
That's why I think they should legalize marijuana. If you legalize marijuana to an 18-year-old, people aren't going to be like, oh, I need to get weed. You know, I think a lot of times the biggest draw to smoking weed is that it's illegal.
I completely disagree. And the reason why I completely disagree is that in Seattle, when I lived there, right?
Okay.
I was able to get a medical marijuana card. Now,
Oh, shit!
Yeah, so once I got that, it did not change. It had no bearing on the fact that I enjoy smoking weed. It had no bearing. Now it was just like, okay, this is easier. This is much simpler. This is making me happy.
Well, weed is amazing. I don't know. What are you going to say about it? I love smoking. The viewers love smoking. You love smoking. Have you come out on your channel yet and said, I am a marijuana smoker?
Not really.
So this is it right here.
Sure. If you guys,
Blades coming out.
no, shut up.
Let the world to know.
Well, I mean, I've thought about that in the past, but I feel that if it's okay for me to say that I do partake in smoking marijuana. I'm not the dude that like glamorizes it. I do not want to glamorize smoking weed. Like, have you ever tried watching a fucking weed movie? Like, there's a movie on Showtime right now.
What do you mean a weed movie?
Like a movie made for stoners. And not for stoner comedy, literally made for stoners. Like, the whole purpose of the video is to...
Are you talking like the Las Vegas movie with Johnny Depp?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, that's more of a drug movie.
Yeah.
I'm talking like... Have you ever seen, like, How High?
No.
That's a great movie.
I've seen Grandma's Boy. That's pretty much for stoners.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but there's certain movies that like say, okay, we're gonna target it's stoner comedies. There's a movie I tried watching. It was horrible. Partly because I probably wasn't high when I watched it. But it was literally this is what it's called. It's called Hansel and Gretel Get Baked.
Okay.
It's a remake of Hansel and Gretel, but like what the Hansel and Gretel characters were doing is they found out that this grandmother across town has the super fire weed. So they're on a trip to go get super fire weed. That's the movie, right? I watched it for about 5 minutes. I'm like, this is retarded. I'm out of here. And I clicked off. So fucking stupid. So I don't glamorize it. I don't have fucking Bob Marley posters or anything like that. I just know that weed is my medicine and it makes me sane. And part of the reason...
here's the thing. This is the thing that always confused me. Before I even know who you were, right? I'm sure I've seen a commentary or something about you prior to knowing who you were.
Okay.
Right? Prior to me, like, knowing you on a personal basis, I guess I should say.
Okay.
Like, so, when did we meet? 2011?
couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah,
like
2011. All right. So prior to that, I'm sure I've seen videos. And the thing is like everybody knows that you smoke weed. Everyone knows that.
Okay, this is the best analogy, and they have not heard of my channel, but this is the analogy I can come up with, okay? When you, as a parent, go and watch a movie from Pixar, right?
Okay.
There are jokes in there for you, right?
For adults, but they don't come out and say it.
But they don't come out and say it. That's the same thing with me. Now, if you're a young viewer of mine and you're watching my content, you might not catch the idea that I smoke pot. But like the stoners and the people that are like 20 and above or 18 and above could probably, if they had to take a test, they'd be like, does Blade smoke weed? They're like, probably.
Everybody that watches your channel knows you smoke weed. What the fuck is Sunday Chill Commentary about?
It's about reflecting on life.
That's about getting high and reflecting
No,
about
that's
life,
not about
motherfucker.
that's not about
Yes,
getting high.
it is.
No, 'cause
Sunday Chill Commentaries are about Only Use Me Blade getting baked off his ass.
No.
And fucking
No.
opening up that different part of his brain and just spewing some knowledge on you.
the weed.
Shut up, because you know I'm right.
You're not right though.
I am right.
Some of my best Sunday Show commentaries I've done sober.
Lies.
Whatever. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not here to.
The other day, I tweeted out that you were. Remember when you tried to say that you took Drama Alert over?
That was a joke. Yeah.
Blade tried to say that he took Drama Alert over. For those of you that don't know,
I said that Keem became a dirty hippie and he doesn't want to do Drama Alert. So now I'm taking it over. So tweet me your drama.
I do drama in the community. I report it on my Twitter, whatever, YouTube video, whatever. But so the thing is I figured out that he tweeted this out, and I was like, I am still continuing Drama Alert. Blade is just high. And you know what the responses were? Like 10 people tweeted back at me and were like, when is he ever sober?
You know what's shitty though? You know what's shitty is some great commentaries I've done. People are like, Blade's just high, and I wasn't high. I wasn't high at all. And I've done some things where like people were like, Blade's drunk or Blade's like some of my realest tweets that I've ever made. People were like, you're drunk or you're high. I'm like, no, I'm not though. And then like literally, I've gone on painkiller already, right? And I was like buzzing a little bit before I went on painkiller already, right? Like buzzing, like holy shit. And people were like, wow, Blade sounds so different sober. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
That's because you smoke so much weed that you appear sober when you're high, and you appear high when you're sober.
A buddy of mine did that. You know what he did? And this is at 15 and a half, right? He went to driver's ed, and he always slammed a couple beers before he went to driver's ed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you do that. I'm glad you brought that up. Do you know that you can learn things when you're drunk that you forget when you're sober?
Don't say that.
It's true.
No, you know why I say don't?
It's true.
No,
like, if you learn how to play ladder ball, waste it, you will be horrible sober. And you will only get good when you're drinking.
That may be true, but don't say some shit like that. Because I guarantee you that there's going to be that 1% of the audience that's going to go, oh, okay, well, Blade says get drunk and high before you go to school.
No, that's not it. That's not it. You would not want to do that. Because you would have to get drunk and high to remember exactly what you learned when you were in that state.
That's true.
Because the way your memory and your brain works, the way it stores knowledge, it is storing it under, like, the fucking drunk files and the high files. So when you're sober, you can't access those unless you're drunk or high again.
So my buddy Brandon, that's what he did, though. He went and he got really, really drunk when he went and took his fucking driver's ed test. And so when he took the picture, he was pretty wasted.
Okay. Did he pass?
He passed. And when he took his picture... In his picture, he looks fucking tore up. I'm not joking. I've been in the car with him, and he had a couple in him. Not drunk, but had a couple in him.
Yeah.
And when the cop looked at him, he's like, "Oh, you look a little out of it." You know. He gave him his ID and looked at his ID. He's like, "Oh, that's just what you look like." That's honest to God what happened.
Did he plan it that way?
Yeah. He was like, because here's the thing. Like, you have to think, like, when someone is. Like, he was a pot smoker and a drinker, right?
So listen, for all you young people trying to get your driver's license, make sure you take your picture looking like you're a fucking complete wasted bum.
Yeah.
So if you get pulled over for a DWI, you can pass.
I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
I think we're going to end it at that. Fuck.
No, we can keep on going on. Let's not end it at that.
Well,
Let's not let that be the end point.
Let's at least take a break. Holy fuck, I need to...
Pause for the cause.
My stomach hurts. And we are back.
You know why I don't really have an issue talking about some more adult-oriented material?
Because you fucking have an adult channel and you play an M17 game. I always...
No, stop.
Okay.
Can I finish my point?
Go
It's
ahead,
because-
finish your point, but I'm saying I got this crazy fucking opinion on this subject, so go ahead.
Okay, the reason why I don't have an issue talking about this now is
Okay.
because we're probably, I'm going to guess, everyone look at the time, I'm going to guess 37 minutes is the time right now in the video. I have no idea if that's right. I could
I'm
be
going to
completely...
say 42.
You're going to say 42? Okay, we're gonna tell us who's right, or we can probably see later. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so my opinion is this. If you have come this far into this, you have an attention span where you're able to listen. It's not like someone's just
Oh.
see what I'm saying?
That's an amazing
All right,
point.
I've thought about this. Like, let's say let's say there's a crazy ass scene in a movie, okay? Like, let's say,
Right.
good example, in the movie Scarface, right?
Okay.
Where they start chainsawing people
Yeah.
and like really get fucking gnarly with it. They don't do that the very first scene of the movie. You can't show a titty the very first scene of a movie. You can't do something super hyper violent the first scene of the movie.
So basically what you're saying is if you want to do something shocking, if you want to do something that is going to potentially turn people off, save it towards the end when the viewer has already an invested commitment in where the fucking story's going.
Yeah, if you go up and talk to a girl and you tell her some super outlandish shit in the first 5 minutes of conversation, she's gonna be like, I'm out of here. But if you end up saying, if you feel the need to say that to her, but you say it to her later on, she can kind of wait and go, well, you know what? I've listened to all this and now I listen to that. That's not a game breaker for me. I'm cool with it. There was a movie I watched. It was supposed to
Like
be
you don't start off fucking like trying to hook up with a girl and say, hey, by the way, I'm married, but hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, or, okay, I'll give you a good example where coming too strong in the very beginning did not work. And there was a scary movie, right? Within the first 3 minutes of the movie, there was a trucker. And you see the trucker, and you could see this head bobbing up and down on his lap. And
Okay.
obviously, you can tell what's happening. He's getting head.
He's getting roadhead.
He's getting roadhead.
What is the movie?
I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a scary movie from like 2002.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so he's getting head, right? And then once he nuts, he lifts the head. It turns out that the head was a decapitated head, and he throws the head out the window. Now, this is in the first 3 minutes of the movie. So immediately, I'm like, there's two things that can happen. A, that's the most crazy thing about that's going to scar me, and I'm not going to be interested in the rest of the movie.
Or can they top it?
How can you top it?
How can you top that?
Yeah. How do you continue doing that? You know what? What's there's a crazy scene from a movie, and you know what? If you haven't
So
seen
you're saying you smoking weed and T. Martin controversy is basically like a decapitated head giving you head.
Yes. T. Martin uploading the Grand Theft Auto trailer and me discussing it is just as shocking as someone getting head from a decapitated head. I said it. So
They do not fucking equate.
no, it's a shocking thing that you can't come back from that. You're not going to continue watching. You're not going to give it a chance. But let me talk to you for a while. Let me spin your ear, and then let me.
I am a big T. Martin fan, and I just listened because I wanted to wait until the end to see if you said any more, like, outlandish stuff accusing my idol T. Martin.
All right, so
look here, bro.
All right, so we're gonna don't press the button yet, but we are gonna wrap up this podcast. But let me tell you a quick little story about a movie, and the reason why I'm prefacing this is if you have not seen this movie, it's called The Crying Game. Okay.
The Crying Game. I've never seen the movie.
Okay. If you have not seen The Crying Game and you are interested in seeing it, click off now.
Wait. Hold the fucking phone. Freeze. Timeout.
I've not
Have
seen.
you
No, I
seen
haven't watched it yet.
V for Vendetta? Do you know that I gave this motherfucker on Blu-ray V for Vendetta? Like I don't know how long.
I'll watch it tonight.
I'll
make you happy. I'll watch
this
it tonight.
motherfucker
Can I
only
finish?
used me, Blade, be talking about all these movies and he's never seen V for Vendetta. Tell him what he's missing.
I will watch it tonight.
Deal?
Deal.
Pinky swear.
Pinky swear. There you go. You know what pinky swear came from?
I don't know.
Back in the day, when people used to do pinky swear, it wasn't like a little kid thing. It was literally like an adult thing. And if you pinky swore and you broke that promise, the other person can cut the pinky off. That's what it's from.
So you're telling me if you do not watch this movie, I can literally steal your
It's not
blade.
that binding. It's not that binding, but I promise you as a friend to a friend, I'll watch that tonight, okay?
BAM!
Okay. So, damn, headphone users, rest in peace. But, so if you have not seen the movie The Crying Game and you're somewhat interested in watching it, I advise that you click off, leave a like, check out our sponsors. Check us out on everything else. But if you're willing to
swine flu.
If you're willing to take this journey with me and let me ruin this movie for you, continue to listen. You ready? You ready, Keem?
You're gonna ruin a movie for people?
Yeah.
Why?
I just prefaced it. You know who ruined a movie for me? That guy who camps.
Why? What movie?
What is that Denzel Washington movie where he is like a killer and
What? That does not explain shit.
trying to remember what the movie is.
Denzel Washington.
Book of Eli.
Okay.
He ruined Book of Eli for me. And I'm not going to ruin it for you. That's an excellent movie. Watch it.
Why don't you just say that this movie is a movie that you enjoy and go check it out?
I didn't enjoy this movie that I'm about to talk about.
Well, then why don't you say this movie's horrible, don't watch it?
Either way.
You can't tell people what a movie is about.
I'm going to tell you a major fucking shocker that happened in the movie.
You can't.
That's
like illegal. That's illegal.
That's
you
true.
can't. That's like a fucking red flag.
All right. I feel bad for even bringing up the fact that if you watch The Crying Game, there's going to be a shocking moment in there that's going to come out of complete left field. I'm sorry for even saying that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I apologize. And that's a you know what that should be a crime.
That should be a crime.
Girls that get breast reductions should be illegal. That should be at least a misdemeanor. I talked about that in the Grand Theft Auto thing, and people
What
were
if the bitch has like G tits? Come on.
holler at me. I would carry those around.
Guys,
If you have G tits and you can't find a dude to carry those around for you, like as an assistant, and the pay is the fact that they get to hold up G tits all day, then you're doing it wrong.
Imagine like a shorter gentleman walking in front of a woman with both tits on each shoulder trying to help her out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, guys, listen. We're on iTunes. So if you're on iTunes and you give us a positive review, we're going to read that comment. Thank you so much for that. We are on fucking Android.
The chick had a dick.
It's the Spreaker app.
The chick had a dick. That's ruining the movie.
And thank you to all our sponsors. And there's also a link in the description if you want to sponsor one of our cast in the future. Go ahead and check that out. And we're here on YouTube. So if you enjoyed yourself and you made it to the end, make sure you put a like on it and let us know in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you for coming on my channel, Keem, and thank you for watching the Bad Kid Cast.
Peace.
And Buckeries.
And Kazam.
No.
Kazam.
No Kazam.
Kazam.
The chick had a dick. No Kazam.
Kazam.